Imagine a safe place to have candid conversations about all things business as a confident Christian woman coach and CEO. Imagine a safe place to share, connect, grow, build as you unlock what's inside you. A confident Christian woman coach and CEO to clarify your specific mission, message, mandate, mantle to market. Imagine a safe place to learn how to develop a business blueprint, lay a firm foundation with business structure, policies, procedures, service, and product development that builds the business framework and construction. Welcome to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. I am your host, Coach Doreen Lettsome Reid, certified business coach to confident Christian women coaches. Confident Woman Incubator Podcast is a platform for you, Christian women coaches that desire a safe place to unlock what's inside you, to develop a business blueprint, gain clarity of their specific mission, message, mandate, mantle to market, lay a firm foundation with business structure, policies, procedures, service, product development that builds the business framework and construction to overcome fear, shatter misconceptions, increase confidence, and profit by faith in all things business. Welcome to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. Join us each week for these candid conversations to unlock what's inside you in all things business. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Doreen Lettsome Reid, and it is amazing to be right here with you once again to share, connect, grow, and build with you. And guess what, ladies? It is time to unlock what's inside you in all things business. Yes, and we are so excited to just welcome you to this edition powered by Divine Connection Network Association, presented by All Things Business Builder University, where confident Christian women coaches come to build kingdom businesses. Absolutely. And we have one of our phenomenal guests here today. We've been talking about this amazing event coming up, which is What Do Women Want? And we have one of our expert coaches. Yes, expert coach. Did I say expert coaches? Yes, expert coach. Jacqueline Lulu Brown. So much wisdom, so much elevation to your life. Her business is literally revolution elevation. You're just going to be elevated instantly just by being in her presence. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome none other than Coach Lulu Brown. I tell you what, this is such an amazing opportunity, ladies. It's real and raw. This is what she does. This is her expertise. If you don't want to hear the truth, keep it trucking, right? So we know that the truth shall make you free. And so this woman right here, God uses her as a highly qualified coach. You know, we'll be here for 2 weeks if we list all of her credentials because it's just that valuable. But what we want to get into right now is just the nitty gritty of the event. You know, when you hear that, Coach Lulu, what do women want? That's a very power-packed question. And I want to just let you take the mic and let's go from your heart to, a little bit about yourself. But the core of the conversation is, what do women want and what can they expect when they go into your breakout room on February the 25th at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to give all the information to them as well while you are talking.
Thank you so much, Doreen. It's always an honor to be present in the All Things Business Confident Women's Incubator. I appreciate you having me come on. I appreciate participating in the event. And yes, we want folks to register. And I love the theme. The theme is what women want. And a lot of times, and I'm going to stay right where we belong because this is Confident Woman Incubator, but this is kingdom business. This is Christian marketplace. So I'm not going to veer off into anything other than what we are really talking about tonight, because Doreen has built, Dr. Reid has built a business that is specific to help elevate and to grow Christian women in the marketplace. It is specifically so that they can grow without compromise. They can understand to receive success without compromise, without lowering down their standards or joining in and doing what everybody else is doing, to be successful and not follow the masses. There's this sort of thought out there that everyone has to follow this playbook. And if you don't follow that playbook, you will not be successful. And that's not true. Not when you're talking about building business in the marketplace, not when you're talking about kingdom building, not when you're talking about kingdompreneurship. So we want to just be very clear that these are solutions around the things that we know that women want. And there's some things that women don't want. What are some of the things that we know we don't want? Women, Christian women in the marketplace, do not want to have to concede or to take down off of their principles, their integrity, their business acumen for success. That's a compromise. And they don't have to do that. So we know that they want their businesses to be successful, but they want to know, how do I grow my business from a kingdom perspective? How do I grow my business from a God-centered place without sacrifice and without compromise? And when I say sacrifice, I'm talking about sacrificing who you are, sacrificing your integrity, sacrificing your authenticity. I'm not talking about working for it, not that type of sacrifice. So I am really excited that on February 25th, from 6:30 to 8:30, we are going to have these breakout sessions, and I am looking forward to having some real raw and some real down and dirty conversation around what women want. And guess what? Some tips on how do we get there. We can sit and talk all day and all night about what we want, but how do we get there? What does your personal roadmap look like? What does your personal process need to look like? Not somebody else's process, but what does yours look like? What has God put in you in the area of your gifting, your genius? What's down there that is divine, that needs to come up and out so that you can flourish and walk exactly where you are supposed to be walking? And that is in your purpose. So we want you to join us. We are going to talk about things that need to be talked about, but they often aren't, because we just don't want to say it. We don't want to let the words come out of our mouth. We don't want to admit that there's some things that we want and there's some things that we deserve. But because sometimes we're concerned what other people are going to think, I better not say that. I better keep that to myself. Well, on February 25th, you don't have to keep anything to yourself. All you have to do is speak your heart, pour out what it is that you are looking for in your life. Because guess what? Here's one of my taglines. Every woman deserves to have a bright, shining life that sings to their soul. Everybody deserves that. But it's the raw and the real conversations that we have to get into. We have to be really honest about what it is that we really want. Sometimes we say we want something and we want one thing and we want something different. So it's getting down deep into that conversation, and it's just putting it out there, but it's walking away with, aha moments. That's what you want. You want to walk away with, gee, that provoked my thought. It provoked my thinking. Now I think I'm going to take a mindset shift. So that's what you can expect. And I'm just looking forward to it. And I want everyone to please go and sign up. You're not going to be sorry. Can you imagine being in an event where you can go from room to room to room and not leave the comfort of your home? You can just go in and out. And for those that have been to conferences before, Doreen, I'm sure you know, you go to the conferences and you got the big book and you pick which breakout sessions you're going to go to, and you're just walking from this room to that room. But how about having a wealth of knowledge, the best coaches and minds that are going to help you ascend, elevate, walk in your purpose? And imagine being able to just go and glean from each one, room to room. So make sure, I don't want you to miss this. February 25th, 6:30 to 8:30. Go and register now. You'll be able to see all of the different facilitators. I've just happened to be talking real and raw, but there will be so many other facilitators that you will be able to glean from their expertise. And the link is right there. Doreen said she's going to have that information flowing across there. So you want to use that link to register right there. That's on the screen. Make sure that you register. Doreen, this is going to be a phenomenal event. I am so grateful that you have allowed us to be part of this and that you brought women together that can literally share everything that has been put into them with others so that they may be able to come up in the Christian marketplace as well.
Absolutely, because we complete, we don't compete.
That's right.
That's how the kingdom is advanced. So, as confident Christian women coaches, we are commissioned and have been hired by the ultimate businessman. And his sole purpose is to advance the kingdom. And in order for us to do that, we have to share, connect, grow, and build. And so, what do women want? We want where we can go in our atmosphere and receive the best of the best. When you go into a good steakhouse, you want to eat a good steak. When you go into a seafood restaurant, you want some good fish. And so when you come into What Do Women Want, you're going to receive some good coaching. You're going to receive some 10x value. The full access is phenomenal. The guests that register will actually be guests on the podcast, Confident Woman Incubator podcast. And each and every one of the 8 facilitators will be giving away freebies. Will be giving away. You're going to be leaving with a swag bag. My God. So you're going to be able to follow up with each and every one of these coaches in their strategy sessions as well, where you get that individualized attention based on that particular coaching. So, Lulu has her own personal link. We encourage you to connect directly with her, with real and raw, because this may be a specific thing that you are in need of. And she will be there to assist you immediately. You don't have to go look for her. You don't have to go to her calendar link. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is click on, and it's her personal link to this event, and you will have access to Coach Lulu Brown as well as the other 7. And so let's go ahead, Lulu. I'm going to put up the graphic that shows everybody that is participating. And I'm going to let you just tell the people exactly who they are getting as I pull this up. Let me see if it's going to let me share the screen. Hopefully it will do it. Perfect. It is here. Lulu, go ahead and read that out to everybody.
What do women want? And it is a little small on my screen.
Okay. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you. How about that?
Okay, so there we go. So we have so many phenomenal. We have Coach Carol. We have Coach McKenzie. We have Coach Taylor Fisher. We have Coach Booker Harris, Coach Marie, Coach Caldwell. I mean, myself, yours truly. And here's the beautiful thing: you go and click on those individual links. Everyone will have their own link, as Doreen has stated. And you can ask whatever it is that you want. And you will definitely get a solution. Can you imagine being able to just sort of like raise your hand and say, this is what I'm challenged with, and it can be as real and raw as you need it to be, and get a solution, not somebody to say, oh, gee, well, if you get on my calendar and make an appointment and maybe I can fit you in. No, this is not designed for that. This is the design for immediate growth, immediate elevation, right there on the spot. And the swag bags, I can tell you, are going to be, as they say, off the meter, because I've got something in my swag bag for you that is going to blow your mind. It literally is going to blow your mind. So you want to come into the room, you want to come prepared, bring your notebook, bring your pen, your paper, come with your questions, come ready to kick it up another level. Come ready to elevate. Don't come with maybe, maybe not, but come knowing. There's a difference in thinking it, maybe it might happen, and knowing. Come knowing that when you go through these various rooms, know that you are going to rise to a higher level. Know that you are going to get the answers that you may be seeking. Doreen?
Absolutely. This is a time where we can just focus on ascension. It's a time for you to focus on ascension. I'm going higher. I'm going from glory to God. First let's get real and raw with ourselves, because sometimes if we are not honest with ourselves, we cannot go to the level that our God wants us to go. We remain stuck. Some of us remain stuck for years, and it's time to ascend. It's time to move forward. We are in 2023. We cannot continue to do the same thing we've been doing. God said, I'm doing a new thing. Shall you know it? Shall you perceive it? And will you give heed to it? So what do women want? This is this opportunity, as Lulu just stated, for you to get immediate results. This is results-driven coaching, giving the 10x value, talking specifically to single mothers. Let's get to the money. Let's get to that bag. Coach Angela Taylor Fisher is an expert coach in that field. Let's talk to women that have been victims of rape and sexual assault. Are you still shut in? Are you silently hurting and internalizing your hurt instead of having a confidential, safe place to talk about those issues, such as Coach Marie McKenzie has created with her coaching platform? Wanting to become an iconic woman. What does that take to build an iconic empire? What does that take to build a preschool and to make 6 and 7 figures? Coach Daphne Booker Harris is going to be talking about that. She's phenomenal, expert in that field. Many women have been tarnished by the words spoken to us at a very early age. So we have Coach LaDonna Marie planting positive seeds, uprooting negative seeds. Coach Tanisha Carroll, let's rethink some of this madness. For those of you that have tween daughters, that's ages between 8 and 10 years old, let's rethink why we're not having to remove the communication disparity that may be going on. And Coach Ivy Caldwell, let's expose your truth. Let's just talk about it, right? Let's just expose your truth, not someone else's, but what you dealt with. And let's get to how we can help you deal with your truth. And by exposing it, what do we need to do that's going to be results driven and get you moving forward? And of course, my breakout room is let's unlock what's inside you. Let's just take a moment and unlock what's inside you. Let's take a moment and do some critical thinking of how you have all these transitional skills that you've acquired over time. And let's see how we can actually develop a business blueprint so that you can become a confident Christian woman coach and elevate your game. And this is what this event is all about, Lulu. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it because it gives us an opportunity to come from so many different perspectives, and it allows the women to really get what they want and have the results that they need. Like you said, immediately. There's no waiting. There's no procrastination. We've removed every possible barrier that there is. So Lulu, in wrapping up, before we close out for Confident Woman Incubator podcast, what is something that you want the women to really get in the forefront of their mind?
I want them to have in their mind that no matter how scary it may seem, that they are going to unveil and take off the mask. I want them to come completely, just completely undressed, raw, not holding anything back. Because we can't help if we can't go to the root. And when you go to the root of anything, if you go and study the origins of roots, when you look at a tree, when you chop the tree down, the roots continue to spread until you go down and grind the stump of the tree and grind up those roots. You have to kill those things at the root. And Doreen, you hinted to this, is that there's so much sometimes that is right there that's just blocking the door. It's just, we know we can go higher. We know we belong higher. We know we belong ascending at a higher level. And there's just that thing that we've been hiding behind that mask, that deep root down there, that we just need to get the grinder and we just need to dig it up, kill it at the root. Because guess what? When you do that, now you have just unlocked everything that is in you, not part of it. Because you can have levels of success. But just because you have levels of success does not mean that you are operating in the place that God wants you to be. Doesn't mean that. And so I want to stay very clear because, Doreen, you are very, very specific with what you do with Confident Woman Incubator. Everything that you do is clear that it is for the Christian entrepreneur in the marketplace. And so we want to stay focused and have everyone come with their heart wide open. It's going to be a safe, sacred, I'm going to repeat that, safe, sacred space for you to come among the facilitators and to get your needs met. But in order to do that, you got to just come, just let it all go. Don't come with anything other than an open heart.
Absolutely. So it's time to ascend, ladies. It's time to unlock what's inside you. Go ahead and register and connect directly to Elder Coach Lulu Brown with her platform, Real and Raw. Of course, she will be in the virtual space on February the 25th. Just clicking this particular link is going to send you directly to her to be able to connect directly to her. And so this is just phenomenal. And we appreciate you being here, Coach Lulu. We are so excited about this event. And we thank you so much for being here on Confident Woman Incubator podcast. We will talk with you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye for now, everyone. I'll see you on February 25th.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are just wanting to make sure that we're going to just feature that flyer one more time right before we close out. We're going to just show it to you one more time so that you can see. And let me get to that screen right here. All right, here you go. So what do women want? Mark it in your calendars. It is going to be epic. It is going to be epic. Go ahead and mark your calendar for February the 25th at 6:30 to 8:30. And this is featuring all of the full access, which is the 8 breakout sessions. 8 different expert coaches are going to be giving you some keys to unlock what's inside you in various areas of life and various areas of business as well. And so I'm very, very excited about this. I'm just so excited about this event. And we want you to also go to your phone. Want to invite you to go to your phone and click on Confident Woman Incubator Facebook group, where you can go ahead and share this out to everyone. Go ahead and share it out right now, because sometimes we forget, we get busy. Go to Confident Woman Incubator Podcast live Facebook group and share this podcast out today. Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and like it today. And so we just appreciate you so much, and we thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Now, y'all ladies know what to do by now. Go ahead and drop it in the comment. Hashtag the confident woman. You see you next week. And also, before I sign off, I want to remind you that we will be over in Clubhouse tonight. I want to make sure I remind you about that. We will be in Clubhouse tonight, Confident Woman Incubator Clubhouse. You can follow me at doreen.l.reid. We'll be over there at 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.